years these guys have been struggling with this addiction. They act like zombies, and this is not good for the country. Why I said the government is not doing anything, they might take it as bad, but we need a proper rehabilitation center.
The one they established, doesn't it count for something?
Pardon?
The one they already put, doesn't it count for something?
Yes. It's like what I'm trying to say is, Phoebe, like when you watch the standard of a proper rehabilitation center in Europe. I know we are in Africa, but what I'm saying, the thing now is what is happening in Sierra Leone. What I'm seeing, Phoebe, they are not going against the drug dealers. They are going against the addicts. So this is why I'm saying the government is not doing anything. Okay, Phoebe, let me tell you something. Addiction is bad, because why I'm saying this, because if the government wants to tackle and fight against this so-called man-made Kush pandemic, what they should be doing, okay, look what they are doing right now. They go around, catch the addicts and send them to prison. It's unfair. Come on, these guys are addicts. These are youths. They're addicts. How can you send addicts to a prison? Then you should send them to rehab. How can you catch addicts and beat the hell out of them?
Siddiqui, but there is some inconsistency with the facts there. Have there been people arrested because they take Kush, or is it because of other crimes? Because to be arrested for one crime is different from being arrested just because you smoke Kush.
No. They arrest because you smoke Kush. I witnessed many, like a few years back, during December, I was in Sierra Leone. I was just on my social media platform doing video. I saw police, like they go and raid somewhere else. Imagine, I was asking them, they handcuff, they arrest the addict. And
for smoking Kush?
For smoking Kush. And then they leave the dealers, the drug dealers. She was walking with the police. I was like, come on, ask them. I said, what is happening here? Who is the addict? Who is the dealers? They say, he's smoking Kush. And this is the dealer. I was like, this is unfair. A few days ago, I was around Easton. The police, they went there to raid. Then a few of them, then they arrest 2 guys. I asked them, I said, why are you arresting these guys? Because of Kush. 1 dot. Hold on, 1 dot. How can you catch somebody who is addicted with a few amounts of drug? You handcuff him, and then they beat the hell out of them. I have the videos. And then you
beaten by police officers or community people?
The police officers.
Siddiqui, you spoke earlier on of addiction. We know how crazy that stuff is when you're addicted to something. But again, at some point in time, you mentioned that you've tried to see ways to reunite most of the addicts that you've met over time with their families. How do you go about doing that?
Thank you so much. I have few Sierra Leoneans who live in diaspora. Like most of these guys around Sierra Leone and some parts in provinces, like they trust House of Happiness Sierra Leone because they believe that what we are doing, we are doing this to help humanity, because we are doing this to help them. We are not doing this to make money out of them. So like when we go live, I have few people that trust us. Then we ask them, they'll donate. Then when they donate, then they will see, because everything that we are doing, we are transparent and we put it on our social media platform. So they will give us money, and then we use the money and send them back, relocate them to their family. What we are doing now, imagine if I'm telling you, these guys, they want to go back, majority want to go back to their village to go and do farming and etc. This is why I'm saying the government is not doing anything. If they are doing anything, what they should be doing, they should be finding a way how to take these guys from the street, took them from the street and send them back to the village. And not just like that. We don't do that. Give them something and help them.
We've had instances of situations wherein, even in one of your centers where you gather these youth in the provinces, there were situations where even the drugs was smuggled into that center. You get people secluded in a place,
yes,
and the drug is there with
I'm
them.
sorry,
It's like you're not doing anything.
The guy that was here the last time, the guy just joined House of Happiness. You guys know we've been doing this. He's new, so yes. Because let me tell you how it worked. Because it's in the city. Because when you're surrounded, the place that we have, imagine you have a house like this, surrounded by drugs, dealers. But we are happy now that Easton police, I want to say shout out to them, they are doing good in Easton. But the only thing that they are doing, they should be stopped beating and arresting the addicts. They should be going for the dealers about that. Yes, you have few bad seeds. It's not that easy when someone is addicted for you for you to take them just one day. It takes a time. So like what we advise them, if you are smoking like 10 pack, reduce it to 1 pack. So and now it's working for some of them. Like this young lady who her name is Monica. She live around Easton too. She was smoking. I have a video. When I came back, when I saw her, her face is changed. She was like, oh, I didn't thank you, what you did for us. Because before, when I was doing the videos, and I know the police, they are doing, most of the raid that they are doing, they use our video. When I was doing the video, many people think that, oh, what the drug dealer did, they said, oh, this guy is here to make money, he's here to make money. I was like, no. I'm not here to make money. I'm here to save your life, to advocate for you guys. These guys are destroying your life, and they are building massive houses, and then you are suffering. You work for them. Imagine what these drug dealers are doing. Imagine if the addicts come closer to them. They will send them back. They will drive them, they'll say, go away. So you see, so for us, what we did, we go and meet them, said, listen, these guys don't like you. They only like your money. They only like your money. They don't like you. They are using you. And it's so bad. Watch what is happening in Sierra Leone. If not because of House of Happiness, this should have not be happening because of our videos and the 32 people who died the last time, because that video went like viral. We put it on our Twitter social media platform.
Sidiki, if you were asked to provide a solution to governments, more so in terms of fighting this menace in the country, what would be your solution?
Thank you very much. Number one, the government, they should stop. The government should go on radio, TV, and say they should stop this barbarican act against these youths, want to barb their head, and that's, let me narrate it for you. One, this barb, they are barbing their head, beating them, that's going to affect them, because it's going to affect their mental health. Time will come, they'll start hearing voices inside their head, in their ears. Government should stop that. Two, they should be stopped sending addicts, for God's sake, to prison. They should be sending the drug dealers to prison, not an addict. Number three, the government should build a proper, when I said a proper rehabilitation center, in another way, I'm not blaming the government, because this is our first time to experience this, but this has been happening for years. There should be a funding. They should prepare for what is happening. Then they build proper rehabilitation center, like a skill center. It creates more jobs. These guys want to work and help the economy to grow.
But there are also situations where you see most of those who are engaging the drugs, these are people that are skilled. We've met people who also, we've met colleagues who also, some of them were part of us in class.
Yes,
or most of many other areas.
Thank you.
But you see them engage in the drugs. How do you think, it's very hard to take someone out of addiction. I know how hard it is, because I tell you, directly or indirectly, every other Sierra Leonean is affected. Because if it's not your brother, it might be your brother's brother, also to speak. So how do you think that should be done? The other day, myself and Phoebe were here talking of addiction. How do you think it should be done?
Okay, how it should be. When you want to, like, the system we implement is like a white man system, not African beating and like treating them like a slave. No, what we should be doing, the government should be doing, bring them come closer. not to go and have a big meeting, spending a lot of money, and then nothing comes out of it. I'm against that. What they should be doing, go, advocate, talk to community leaders, not people who want to make money out of them, but they should be encouraging them, building the government. This is what I was saying earlier, building a proper rehabilitation center, building, creating jobs, and then what they should be doing and help these youths relocate. Guess what is happening in Sierra Leone right now? We are having a homelessness crisis. We are not talking about that. Sierra Leone, we are having a homelessness crisis and addiction with this homeless. Imagine how can you go on the street and target a homeless man or homeless woman where they are sleeping. You say, imagine, oh, now come on now, now come on now, now come on now. No, who said then they go? They don't have anywhere to go. This is ridiculous. This is so shameful for our country. Let me tell you something. This is affecting the economy. A real investors would not like to come to a country. We want them to come, but they would not like to come to a country like a Sierra Leone because what is happening? Because the youth, they are the one that's going to spend their money to buy many things. So you see, this is what I'm saying. They are not doing many things. They should be creating jobs, skill center, and encourage them. Stop sending them to prison. Send the dealers to prison, and make sure and create stuff. Because what I'm saying, this is what I'm saying, Phoebe. All we're saying is talk. Actions speak louder than words.
Siddiqui, some of the videos we've seen and some of the Kush addicts we've also come to know and identify come from varying backgrounds. Before now, the fallacy was that it was just, the street boys and street girls doing Kush. But we've seen also people who had jobs spend their money to get Kush and get stuck in the addiction. We've heard stories of people selling their property just to continue to fund their Kush addiction. We've seen people in uniforms also partake of Kush. So this clearly tells us it's not just about people who are unemployed or who are homeless. How do you prefer we deal with that category of people who their own problems are not the same as those you've highlighted, to be homeless and unemployed?
Phoebe, is mental illness, mental disease. When somebody, Phoebe, you might have everything. Most of us here are suffering from mental illness, disorder. But some people have their way how they fight their own mental illness. When I was in the UK, when I was homeless, I intend not to go to drug and smoke Kush or drug or cigarettes and everything or many things. I know how I fight my own depression and mental illness. We are different. So you have your own way how to fight your own mental illness. Everyone have their own way how to fight their own mental illness. So it's different. You might have everything. Even the government, politicians suffer from mental illness. In the United Kingdom, many MPs smoke crack cocaine. Even Rishi Sunak maybe smoke crack cocaine, the Prime Minister in the UK. Many ministers in the UK, MP smoke crack cocaine and weed because of depression and mental illness. It's real. You have everything, even the billionaires. People who rich, they have a lot of money, they lose everything. They are suffer from mental illness, but they have their own way how they fight their own mental illness. You know, like sometimes, like for me, maybe if I want to find my own mental illness, I can go indoors, then I cry, watch something to ease myself. But it's different. Just as Phoebe said, many people have jobs. So again, Phoebe, let me tell you.
So how do we cater to those people? Because it seems much of the fight against Kush has been focused on the unemployed, the homeless, not much on that category of people who seem to have it all and have probably a good start and a good trajectory going on in life, they seem to be excluded in the fight. What should be the strategy for those people? Because it can't be the same.
The strategy, that's why we, House of Happiness, we are not campaigning for all of the youth. We are campaigning, this is why we say no to Kush. Phoebe, there's many people on social media you can see, they are celebrity. They smoke Kush. You have different type of Kush. You have the Kush who is expensive, like 500, 1 million. They smoke it because they can afford it. They have the money to eat good. But these people, the only way, this is what we say, the only way how to help everyone who is addicted to this Kush, who are suffering from mental illness, the government should build a proper rehabilitation center and send these people to counseling.
But again, they will say the journey of 1,000 miles begins with the first step, and that's more the reason why this rehab center is like the first step. Is that also the case?
Come on, my brother. That's not a proper rehab center. I'm not trying to criticize the government. It's not. When we say the rehab center, brother, when we say the proper rehab center, we mean they have everything, all the equipment, have professional people who can look after these people. That's what they call a proper rehabilitation center. Not we just have some, like, we just not like House of Happiness. We just have a small house. We're just trying to help, just create an impact in our country. Say we have a rehabilitation center. That's not rehabilitation center to compare to the government. The government should build a proper rehabilitation center, for God's sake.
Siddiqui, we know, yes, you guys will be starting a campaign today, but do you know that just a jot that you were talking about is enough to get you addicted into the drug?
Yes, that's why I'm advising, if you know one day smoke Kush, no make you paddy give you Kush, because you know why? Most of these guys now from them paddy them. So when I was here few months, imagine, because I want to go close to these people. Imagine I was sick. When I go, I was sick, and I thank God for the NHS. They saved my life. I was really sick, as many people, because imagine I was around them smoking the Kush, and in other way I was smoking too with them. Right. My feet was swelling. I was like, I was like, that's why you see, because every day I'm around these guys. So, I drink a lot of water.
Siddiqui, let's use this opportunity to tap into your experience for probably somebody watching or listening who is probably addicted already to Kush, or who's thinking about starting to take Kush. How did you get into Kush, and how did you get out of it?
Okay, let me say this, Pankrio. Dear, if you not start for smoke Kush, what you do? Avoid people them way. Then the smoke Kush. It's real. It's real. It's easy to get into it. It's really hard to get out of it. Sometimes people say this like spiritual. Is this Kush is spiritual? Is this? No, it's not.